friends, in the previous episode we discussed what is a quadratic equation and the various methods of solving quadratic equations. Here we shall study another method of solving a quadratic equation, and that is by completing the square. Let's see how we come to this method. Consider a binomial a plus b the whole square. So square of this binomial gives us a square plus 2ab plus b square. Let us replace this with a number x plus 3 the whole square. So expansion is the first term square is x square plus 6x plus 9. Supposing we know a quadratic equation p square plus 8p, and we would like to find the last term so that we get a complete square. So complete square can be obtained by the formula last term is equal to half the coefficient of middle term the whole square. Here the middle term is 8, so half of 8 is 4, and hence the square of 4 is 16. So we add p square plus 8p plus 16 so that we get a perfect square of the number p plus 4 the whole square. Because the square root of 16 is 4, and we take a positive sign because the middle term and the last term have a positive sign. Therefore, p plus 4 the whole square gives us p square plus 8p plus 16. We shall solve the sum by this method. Let us take the first example. X square plus x minus 20 is equal to 0. We want to find out the solution set for this given equation. So we take 20 to the other side so that we can form a complete square on the left hand side. Now here the middle term is 1, and therefore last term is half the coefficient of middle term the whole square. That is half of 1 the whole square, which is equal to 1 upon 4. So we add 1 upon 4 to both the sides, the left hand side and the right hand side. So it gives us x square plus x plus 1 upon 4 is equal to 20 plus 1 upon 4, which gives us the left hand side remains as it is, and solving the fraction. So 4 into 20 plus 1 divided by the denominator, which gives us 80 plus 1 upon 4, the left hand side remaining as it is, which is equal to x plus half the whole square, since it is now a perfect square of this given number, is equal to 81 upon 4. Since we have to find the value of x, we find the square root on both the sides, which gives us x plus half is equal to plus or minus 9 upon 2, which is equal to x is equal to 9 upon 2 minus half, or minus 9 upon 2 minus half. When we simplify this further, we get x is equal to 8 upon 2, or x is equal to minus 10 upon 2, which on simplification gives us x is equal to 4, or x is equal to minus 5. Hence, 4 and minus 5 are the solution of the given quadratic equation. We shall use this formula throughout the exercise, throughout all the sums, and we shall take few examples to make our concepts clear. Let us take one more example. x square plus 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. So we take minus 5 to the other side, which makes it x square plus 2x is equal to 5. Now we know that last term is equal to half the coefficient of middle term, the whole square. The coefficient on the left hand side is 2 and half of 2 is 1 and 1 square is equal to 1. So we add 1 on the left hand side and right hand side, which gives us x square plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 5 plus 1. We notice that the left hand side is a complete square of the number x plus 1 the whole square is equal to 5 plus 1, that is equal to 6. Since we have to find out the square root, or we have to find out the value of x, we find out square root on both the sides to give us x plus 1 is equal to plus or minus root x. Therefore, x is equal to root 6 minus 1 or x is equal to minus root 6 minus 1. Hence, the solutions of the given quadratic equations are root 6 minus 1 or minus root 6 minus 1. We shall take one more example to make our concept clearer. M square minus 5m is equal to minus 3. Here again we want to complete the square, and hence we shall try to find out what is the last term. So last term is equal to half the coefficient of the middle term, the whole square. So the coefficient of the middle term is minus 5. So half of minus 5 is minus 5 upon 2, the whole square, which gives us 25 upon 4. And hence we add 25 upon 4 to the left hand side and the right hand side. We have added it to both the sides. Therefore, the left hand side is a complete square of the number m minus 5 upon 2 the whole square is equal to, simplifying the right hand side, we get minus 12 plus 25 upon 4. Here the complete square has a negative sign because the middle term is negative. And the square root of 25 is 5 and the square root of 4 is 2. And hence the square root of 25 upon 4 is 5 upon 2. We simplify it further to get it m minus 5 upon 2 the whole square is equal to 13 upon 4. To find the solution, we find the square root on both the sides, which gives us m minus 5 upon 2 is equal to plus or minus root 13 upon 2. Therefore, m is equal to root 13 upon 2 plus 5 upon 2 or m is equal to minus root 13 upon 2 plus 5 upon 2. These are the solutions of the given equation. Here, since 2 is a common denominator and hence we can simplify it further to write it as 13 root 13 plus 5 upon 2 or minus root 13 plus 5 upon 2. We shall take one more example so that our concept becomes clear. And hence we take another example. 9y square minus 12y plus 2 is equal to 0. So we will take 2 to the other side and divide the entire equation with 9, which gives us y square minus 12 upon 9y is equal to minus 2 upon 9. We can simplify 12 upon 9 and make it as 4 upon 3. Therefore, the last term is equal to half the coefficient of the middle term, the whole square. So, half of 4 upon 3 is equal to 2 upon 3. And the square of that is 4 upon 9. Hence, we add 4 upon 9 to both the sides. When we do this, we get this given equation. Hence, it is a complete square of the number y minus 2 upon 3 the whole square is equal to 2 upon 9. Now, we will find out the square root on both the sides, which gives us y minus 2 upon 3 is equal to plus or minus root 2 upon 3. Hence, y is equal to root 2 upon 3 plus 2 upon 3 or y is equal to minus root 2 upon 3 plus 2 upon 3. 3 being a common denominator, we can simplify it further and write it as y is equal to root 2 plus 2 upon 3 or y is equal to minus root 2 plus 2 upon 3. I'm sure now your concepts have become very clear and we will be able to solve the sums if it is given by completing the square method. Please like, share and subscribe the channel so that you can view the subsequent videos without missing out any one of them. If you have any doubts or queries or if you wish to ask anything based on quadratic equations, you can write it in the comments section and it will be replied or answered to you.